I'm Eric Bowman. I'm a physician here at Phoenix Children's Sports Medicine. We can talk about something called Little League shoulder. Basically what this is it's an inflammation of the growth plate in the upper arm, and it's something that we tend to see in pitchers and catchers especially. We'll also see some impingement in the shoulder as well, and anytime we have that overhead motion, we see that quite a bit. The most common thing that we tend to see with it is an inflammation of the growth plate, specifically on the inside part of the elbow. Most of those injuries and most injuries of the shoulder and elbow that we see in baseball is related to just overuse and people pushing too hard and getting fatigued and really just not resting and taking the breaks when they should. One of the biggest things I would tell people is that we have to make sure we follow the recommended guidelines out there. Have a good foundation with nutrition, right? Making sure you're giving your body the fuel it needs, right? What tends to happen so often with a lot of young athletes is if they're lifting and they're training and they're doing things for strengthening the shoulder, they tend to focus on what I call the mirror muscles, right? And so it's those muscles that we see in the mirror. And what happens so many times with my pitchers and my throwers is the back gets weak. And so the problem with that is that when we don't have proper strength in the back, we tend to get some inflammation and mechanical issues through the shoulder and the elbow. Some of the other things that's really important to take a look at is just proper warm-up, right? That's a really important part of the game in trying to prevent injury. Some of the other things that I think are going to be really important, we know that if we follow pitch counts, that your risk of injury drastically decreases. Some of the other things I think that are important, is just playing on one team. A lot of times our pitchers are some of our star athletes, and so, they end up being on multiple travel teams, and that's something that can actually create a big problem. Some other injury prevention things, we recommend if you're a pitcher, don't be the catcher as well, right? The problem is those are the two positions that throw the most. Don't pitch more than one game per day, right? Some of our tournaments, we have multiple games per day and multiple games in a weekend. It's really important to take that break. These are, I think, some of the basic things that we can do as far as injury prevention and just making sure that we're not overdoing it and we're giving an opportunity for that shoulder and that elbow to take a little bit of a break.